Well, hello, 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 and welcome to Tough Talk and Transitions with me, Colleen. So, just a few observations on where I'm at this week, which I think is kind of funny. I just went and had a shitload of blood drawn, and apparently Quest was running behind. This dude was so angry, so angry. He was storming around, knocking on the door to get their response, storming back and forth. I mean, the dude looked like he had just rolled out of bed. I wanted to say, like, relax. It's only going to be a couple of minutes. Like, clearly you have nowhere to go. Look at you. You're just sticking out. You look like you just rolled out of bed in those clothes. I just think it's funny. It's just funny up here watching people. I mean, they're so used to just walking in and there being nobody there. So when there's a little bit of business, they're like, what the fuck? Why aren't you taking me right now, right now, right now? But anyway, listen, I've been doing these little artificial intelligence courses. I'm trying to figure out how to clone myself for business. Like I use ChatGPT and Gemini and all that stuff for just questions, especially when Finn was sick. Like, is anybody really good at that out there that knows how to clone themselves for email to go into, I don't know, answer inquiries? Like, I mean, eventually I'm going to get there, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool to learn how to use AI. Then I did this course today, well, webinar, where you have to really go in and check yourself and see if you're even coming up on AI. Because unless you're coming up on a Google search, are you coming up on AI? So anyway, that's tomorrow's project because that's for business, right? So, but I think AI is kind of cool. I mean, AI can talk to people, but AI can't show houses. I mean, AI might be able to write contracts. But listen, I mean, I think you can still use AI, but you're still going to need to have, right? I think the the human interaction. I mean, I think that this business is built on human interaction, or real estate anyway. It's like restaurants, right? You can't have a robot wait on you in a restaurant. Well, I mean, you could. And in some cases, you probably have human robots, but you know what I'm talking about. You want a little bit of interaction. You want to be able to ask questions and you want to hear a real answer. And sometimes the right answer is, I don't know. I'll find out. Right. So I kind of think that that's really important. But I like this AI thing because I think you can get answers out of AI that you can spend hours searching online. Not that you have to take everything AI says for granted, but I kind of like it. So if you've taken an AI course or you know how to clone yourself, so you know how to do a robot, can you just reach out and let me know how you did it and if you can help me? Because I really see a need for me to be able to put this together. Now I'll do the course. I'm going to do another one tonight. Oh, it's just more techie than I am. It's just, I mean, I assume that I'll eventually figure it out, but like hours and hours on the computer trying to figure out a little chatbot is going to put me over the edge. There is a woman I know in a group that does it, and I had spoken to her about how implementing AI to help take over my whole business. But like, I don't just have a spare $30,000 laying around right now for that. Maybe I'll reach out to her on this one and see what else she can do. And if she's good, I'll bring her on and have her. And if it's something that she can do relatively cheap or help people out, I'll bring her on here, and perhaps she can interact and pick up some business, or maybe you'll get a few tips from her that I'm useless as far as giving. But I will tell you, everyone I'm dealing with right now is kind of angry, anger, 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 which we all know where that's coming from, right? Good times, good times. I don't get anger from AI though. I get sympathy. And I know I have a friend that's actually doing the AI therapist thing. I don't have any clue what that's about, but I do like going on and asking AI questions and getting into it more and more with it. I mean, and it does record, so you can go back and check it out and just say, oh, okay, that's a conversation I had. Kind of interesting, especially when I'm dealing with Finn. And even though here he is sleeping on the floor, $3,000 later, perfectly healthy, although fucking covered in ticks. So last Thursday, I'm out here working, and I'm like, in my shirt. I said, let me go change. It must be the shirt I had on. It worked out, and maybe it's irritating me. Later that night, getting ready for bed, I pull out an engorged tick about that big out of my side. Oh, I'm like, oh, what the fuck? So I'm working the weekend. I can't go to urgent care until Sunday. So I went to urgent care Sunday morning at 10 o'clock, which is perfect. Walked right in. And because it wasn't raised, it was just like a little tiny red dot because I got them all out. I got 2 pills of doxycycline right there, right on the spot, which was great. I've been on doxycycline before. Makes me incredibly nauseous for like the first hour. So by the time I got home, nauseous, decided I got to go back to bed to sleep it off because it makes me think I was going to heave, even though I ate, but it just makes me incredibly nauseous. Yesterday, same fucking thing. I pull another tick off just down below. Because Finn is not only a chick magnet, but he's a tick magnet. He's got them all over him. I almost lost his finger again trying to get him out. Spraying him with shit. He's got stuff on him. He's got the Lyme lepto shot. But man, like, I don't want to be taking doxycycline every week. So, of course, I call urgent care to find out. No, actually, I pulled the tick off Tuesday. So I called urgent care yesterday, Wednesday, and said, oh, do I have to come back in and get more doxycycline? And they were like, no, doxycycline you had should cover you. But people, the fucking ticks are brutal, brutal, brutal. I found a couple of dead ones in the bed. Of course, I'm stripping everything, washing everything. I mean, he's bringing them in. They all have them. But this dude, I keep telling them they like you because you're sweet. But, vicious everywhere. I pulled him off my mother, on her neck, on her hands, which freaks her out. I've pulled him off of my neck, off of my arm, off of my finger, and now twice off my side. Like there's enough fat there that they're like, oh, yummy, I can feed here for a while. Just is so gross. Like the deer. The deer are everywhere too. If I didn't tell you the story, I'll tell you again. 3 weeks ago, I'm coming home on a Friday night from the hotel. I don't know, like 1:45. My 95 in New Hampshire, right before I'm about to get over to get onto 101. And my headlights, I'm the only car on the road, me and my little Lexus, and the headlights pick up two eyes off to the left, right ahead of me on the left, in the middle of the fucking highway, 95, mind you. Not one, but 2 deer. 2. I'm like, holy shit, what do I do? So the deer looks at me. I look at the deer and I said, don't fucking move. Stay. And then I swung to the right, got off on the exit, and survived that one. It's not the first time I've seen deer, but it's the first time that they've been standing in the middle of the highway. Like, what is with these dudes? Like, don't they know they're going to get killed? I mean, they're everywhere. But second time I've screamed at a deer from the car, don't move, and it hasn't. So not that I think I'm a deer whisperer, but Jesus, I mean, I don't want to be killing it. And I'd be at the hotel the next morning. And Steven's like, oh, how you feeling? I said, like, shit. I mean, I almost hit 2 deer. Can you imagine? I said, if I hit 2 deer, you'd be bartending. Hello? I would have totaled the car, and I don't know what would have happened to me. So now that makes me even extra paranoid to be driving home up here at night, and especially now. Not that I drink much anymore, but if I want to, it's like, oh, do a deer? Fucking deer. Coyotes, I don't care. I've almost had, met the coyotes with the dogs. Again, I screamed at the coyote, don't move, and he didn't. But animals, ticks, and dudes that you can't be 30 minutes for a blood test, or they lose their shit. Okay, so listen, AI. If you know anything about it, you're good at it, you can make a chatbot, you can help me walk through it. I'm not looking for it for free. Trust, I'll pay you. I just don't want to pay you $30,000. But if I had it, I would have done it. Trust. To have AI come in and just take my whole business over, respond, do funnels, send stuff out. Yes, because let me tell you this. The VAs are not cheap. Every time I had her edit this and post it, $50. Every time I try to do an interview, 200, right? I mean, she wants $1,000, $1,200 a month, which I get. And in all honesty, I'm not opposed to doing that. In fact, I've done it. I was doing it. But sometimes, being the control freak I am, I just want to have a little bit more control over my content, right? Like, I'm the one that lives in Boston, so she can look it up and write stuff down. But I'm the one who's been selling real estate in Boston for 34 years, Boston North. I'm the one who's been in the restaurant business for almost 48 years. I think I kind of have an idea about the city. I've known the neighborhoods. I've lived in a bunch of them. So I think, like, having her do it is generic shit she's pulling off ChatGPT. Where I think for me, I can actually talk real about it, right? I mean, the city, what it used to be like in the 80s when Boylston Street used to have small, independent, yummy little restaurants. Now they're just all chains, and a lot of them aren't yummy. Or, the nightclubs and the rock bands. When I used to work at the poorhouse, the Del Fuegos, and um, what was the name of the band? They were always in the poorhouse. Sorry, dudes. The Naked Rain, that later became the Hillbilly Rock Blues Band, or whatever Tony called it. The John Butcher Access, right? I mean, all those guys. We used to have them all in the poorhouse. That was good times. Those were good times. And it's poor, not whore. Somebody asked me that. I said, no, I didn't work at the whorehouse. I worked at the poor, P-O-U-R. And if you're from Boston, you know it's the poorhouse, not the whorehouse. But all that good stuff that used to be on Boylston Street, and when J.C. Hillary's had the light side and the dark side, and Waldo's upstairs, when we used to play fun music, the good old days. But anyway, enough of that nostalgia. So listen, AI. Reach out if you know it. Tough Talking Transitions. You can call me, 617-230-5449. But I really want a bot, and I really don't want to have to do it myself. So if you can help me, I'm in. Okay, thanks. Listen, peeps, it's 91 degrees up here in Cow Hampshire. So have a great day. Hopefully it's a beautiful weekend. Ciao for now. Love talking to you. Take care. Bye.